My name is Andy Pursley, and I serve as the Assistant Superintendent of the Northwest Ministry Network. And it is my job and my joy to pastor pastors and to pastor missionaries. And one thing we've discovered in this new role, my wife and I, as we visit pastors and missionaries, is that pastors and missionaries are not immune to trials and tribulations. Who would have thought? In fact, I think we all are not immune. And I know there are two types of people listening today. The first is you are someone who's going through a tribulation right now. It could be economics, political, relational, family, sickness. Whatever it is, you may be facing that. The second type of person is one who has gone through or is about to go through a tribulation. It is just the facts of life. As I think about talking with pastors and missionaries, a lot of times tribulations get us confused into thinking I have done something wrong, or I am going the wrong direction, and therefore this tribulation is a sign that I need to stop what I'm doing and go a completely different direction. I'd rather say that tribulations are not what's wrong with you. If you're going through it or about to or have gone through it before, tribulations is what are right with you. This is what's right with you. Our verse this week was Romans chapter 5, verse 3. And Paul says this, "And not only that, but we also glory in tribulation, knowing that tribulation produces perseverance." That's our verse. Now, Paul doesn't say how. He just gives us the why. Here's a guy who is completely accustomed. He's not just blowing smoke. He's not just saying something that's not familiar to him. Paul is experiencing tribulations all the time. And he's here to tell you today that this is not the end of the road for you. He's here to tell you that this isn't it. In fact, this is just the beginning of good things, the beginning of something that Jesus wants to do. And it develops perseverance. You know, Jesus never promised that we wouldn't face trials. In fact, he promised that we would. In the book of John, he says, "In this world you will face tribulation, but take heart. I have overcome the world." That's the God we serve. I'm so thankful that salvation is not based on my emotions, because I'm like a roller coaster of love. Sometimes I have good days and I'm on top and I'm feeling close to God and I'm doing great as a dad and I'm doing great. And then the next moment I'm tanked out. I'm bottomed out. I don't know where God is in my prayer life. I'm searching for Him. My kids are looking at me like I'm a failure, I think, in my head. And if salvation was based on this roller coaster, friends, we'd all be going to hell. But Jesus Christ is the source of salvation, and Jesus Christ is the same yesterday, today, and forever. So rather than look at these tribulations as defeat, look at them as an opportunity for perseverance. In fact, James chapter 1 verse 2 says, "Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, when you face trials of many kinds, knowing that the testing of your faith develops" what? Perseverance. "So that you may finish and be complete and lacking in nothing." So that you may be mature, complete, and lacking in nothing. Tribulations are just opportunities to persevere. I was visiting with my friend who had one of those arguments with a teenager. You ever had one of those before? Emotions are blowing up, things are out of control, and rather than reacting to the argument, this father said to his son, "Get down in the push-up position and hold that push-up plank position for as long as I tell you to." Well, you can imagine that the energy in the room dropped down because he was focusing on what? Persevering through the strength exercise. You see, the dad wasn't going to punish them by physically hurting them or engaging in a dialogue that's not going to go anywhere. He just allowed this son to go through a trial and to persevere through it. Because why? Because it would make him stronger. In fact, the dad too also got down in the plank position because he loves his son. And we all make mistakes. Trials and tribulations don't define who we are. What defines us is how we respond to them. And I'm so thankful for the way that Jesus Christ responded to our trials and tribulations. He went to the cross scorned its shame, and sat down at the right hand of God. Friends, I'm here to say that maybe you're just in a push-up plank position right now and it hurts. But you'll survive. You'll get through this. You'll think more clearly, you'll have more strength, and it'll only make you stronger. But know that perseverance is going to lead you into the next phase, which this passage continues to lead us into greater hope. God bless you today. I'm excited to be with you, and hope you guys have a great study this week.